Alongside Brock Heward in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we usually at this point talk about a quarterback, talk about a game-breaking running back, a home run hitter. For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Caught quickly on the slant. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 34. Finds a man right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. They'll run here on first down. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the 23. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down from the red zone. This one's caught. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the 6. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A tight end in motion now. Here's a give up the middle. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Quick slant complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Getting out to his left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bass now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here, You got to play some clean ball.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll only let him get up to around the 28 before taking him down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3 and out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
The visitors and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And you can see what he's capable of when you turn this guy loose over a full campaign, leading all NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards, and he has a chance to finish at number 1. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That'll be complete to Elliott. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And they'll have 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st down, they'll run. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. The rookie from Florida in on that stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 36-yard line.
They bring their tight end left. 2nd and 10 now. Able to get it to Reed. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Ravens get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
And just a week before the playoffs begin, partner, here's where teams stand as we play out this regular season finale. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Ferguson there to bring it in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
At the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. This one's taken in by Hill. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. An 8-yard gain, but still left with 4th and a bunch.
It's 4th down.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Throwing now, off play action. Reed's got it. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Throwing off the play fake here. Hits him on the out route. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 2nd down. Simple dive up the middle. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Back to throw now. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! These guys take a 13-0 lead. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line, the concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And his guys double their lead to 14.
Ravens nothing.
Bass now to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Ravens and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now Daniels to throw. It's caught. Ferguson. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here's Daniels. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing a kicker, defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this first down. Running it after the penalty. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. But that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Daniels on first down. Ferguson's got it, complete. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Second down now, 7 to go.
Second and 7 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return.
You know, one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber, won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickelback. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up third down. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A give now out of the shotgun. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree, not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That one gains 7. And it'll give him a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Looking right, and he finds him. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. Ball at the 33 for first down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They'll try and throw it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
This defense needed that, Kate. Just something good to happen. Creating a negative play. You never know when this thing could turn in the NFL. And that sack is exactly what the doctor ordered.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
The wind was at his sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. Tight end motioning right. Now Daniels off the play action. Complete out to the right. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Got his target. It's Hill.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. It's the Ravens with a 1st and 10. Again, Daniels to the air. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Dumped off to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. From the red zone now. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Scooped up by the defense.
That is such a gut punch as a quarterback. You put in so much work to get down near the goal line. And then you've got to take care of the football. You can't be reckless with the ball. Those defenders are looking to knock it free, and that's exactly what they did, keeping points off the board.
They take over on offense now, pretty late in this 1st half. And up a very comfortable 3 scores. Really no need to try and get anything here before the half. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 17. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They have themselves another 1st and 10. They're throwing it. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Ravens will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
We see the Ravens making their way out now. They have time to look to the end zone first here before they send the field goal unit out. On first down, here's Daniels. Caught by his back. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Uh-oh, he can't escape. He's brought down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Gotta figure out this third down here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the gap closes to 14 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
He stopped on the return at the 27. They got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half. Right up the gut. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now it's down to Florida with Jonathan Cook. No need for halftime. We'll just keep it right here and get started with the third quarter. Bass now to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Ravens and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. This one goes for 3 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Throwing now, Daniels. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Putting the tight end in motion. On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. Working inside the red zone. Completes this one to Hill. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
A loss of 3.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. He got maybe a yard there, so a long third and goal coming up.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Throwing from the gun here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll get him back to 11.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And his touchdown, another one for him this season as he continues to sit among the NFL's best at punching it in himself this year. Plowing up the middle. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Motioning one of the tight ends. Back to the well again. Still finding room past the 45. And he works this down to the 41. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 36. Finds his man over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Play action on first down. Brought in by Elliott.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. Completed over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Completed to his running back. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 2nd and 3 now. He'll throw it yet again. And it's caught. Touchdown. These guys push their lead further to start the half. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. Bass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys push their lead to 18.
24, Ravens 6.
Bass now to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Baltimore running its offense out now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Now Daniels off the play action. Looking to his fullback now. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play. And as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Daniels back to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved, and a sign that this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field. He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball. So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Escapes the pocket.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
Now on 2nd and 10. Short pass brought in. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be a 1st down.
And the Brooklyn 1st down.
Dropping back to throw. That'll be complete to Elliott. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 24-yard line.
from the 24. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. Lone back gets the handoff. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. It's a gain of 4. And it sets up 1st down. Sending a receiver left. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And this one is stopped after getting up past the 35. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now give left side. And he'll get it up to the 44. Timeout called on the field. So we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They give it to him again. And they'll make the stop after a short gain to the 48. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves them with 3rd and 2. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Punting unit out now. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now Daniels to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Again, Daniels to the air. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Hits him on the out route. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Brings up 2nd and
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Looking slant route, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Daniels. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete out to the right side. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Caught near the goal line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Forced out to his right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Let's be real clear, there is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constant.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Kate, you just know as a quarterback, there's situations where you're going to gain the trust of the play caller or quickly lose it. And when you take back-to-back sacks, you've lost the trust of your coordinator. And now on 3rd down, well, you better do all you can to regain it.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here's Daniels. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Desperation time here on 4th. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home. And boy, did they ever in a big moment.
Now outruns their offense to take over. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
On 1st down, they'll run. Room for him past the 30. And he's able to get it to the 33-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll give them a 1st down.
18 on the play. And a Brooklyn 1st down.
Give now to the running back. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree, not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Another carry for him. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. These guys very close to an 11th win this season. 3rd and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Hand off to the back. Broke through the tackle. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. That's good for 7 yards. And they're going to have a first down. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they get one more victory in a division champion season. That, of course, not the championship they're focused on, right, Brock? And the road to the Super Bowl will begin at home next week in the wild card round. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewart, I'm Kate Scott. What a game for our winners as we say so long from Baltimore.